The advice and opinions expressed by the host of Autism-Live and her guests are meant solely as suggestion and should not be in any way construed as child-specific advice. Any choices you make in determining your child's treatment are completely at your own discretion.
How do I teach my son the difference between a fact and an opinion? He just finished third grade. And once we teach this to the about to be fourth grader, we need to teach it to the rest of the world. Because I think a lot of the problems that we have in today's world is people, and I'm not saying that I'm not guilty of this too, discerning what's a fact and what's an opinion. It's a little bit fuzzier than it's ever been.
Oh, yeah. And yes, I could say so much, but I have to.
Right. We're editing.
We're editing. Definitely.
Right.
I mean, fact and opinion is interesting in third grade because you as a parent understand that it's an issue with your child. But if you bring it up to your school, the school might say it's not age appropriate yet to discuss.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's an emerging skill.
Okay. All right.
It's not full. So, but the thing is, there's different types of facts and opinions.
Okay.
And so as a parent, you're trying to explain to your child because if they get upset because they're insisting on one way, and a lot of it stems back to perspective taking.
Yes.
You have to understand how people know things, that people think different things, people have different perspectives, and there's different layers, and your perspectives change as information comes in.
Yeah.
And it's not always the same because if you experience something a completely different way, your opinions start to change. Yes. And then maybe even what you know about facts change. So it keeps moving.
Yeah.
Because the idea is that your arsenal of facts should be growing.
Yeah.
But as your facts grow, your opinions change or could change.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So the thing is, when I've had kids at this around, 7, 8, 9, it's interesting because we all know as little kids, they all understand what a fact and an opinion is once you tell them. But as you go into school, it's an emerging skill because they have to be able to, I think it's 4th or 5th grade, they start writing, write about something factual or write something that's just your opinion, they're not, so it's not fully formed yet at this age, but you do need the perspective taking. And at the very basic level for one of our kids on the spectrum, it is just understanding that a fact is something that doesn't change. You can learn more facts, but the fact itself doesn't change.
Interesting.
Because a fact is a fact. An opinion is how somebody feels about, a fact. It's their response to a fact.
Yeah.
On many different levels. So, but your opinions can change as you learn more facts.
Interesting.
So that's really hard because our kids want it to be like dead in stone. And usually where it comes in around this age is they don't like when their parents change their minds. And just that term, change your mind, just makes a lot of our kids on the spectrum crazy because they're like, you can't change your mind.
Yes.
What does that mean? And they don't know why. And a lot of times they have difficulty with that concept because they're missing information. They think, our kids, so at the beginning of school, K and 1, depending on where you live, sometimes into 2nd grade, most of what you're learning is still very rote. You can, if you have a kid with good memory, you can memorize your way through kindergarten and 1st grade. Right. And then depending where you're at 2nd grade, half of 2nd grade is still a lot of memory. Uh-huh. But then as you go into, usually it's the end between 3rd and 4th grade that it starts to go into creative writing or create a hypothesis for something for science. But when you're in those lower grades, they don't understand why parents make different decisions.
Yeah.
And so they think that you're changing their mind. They don't understand that opinion part because they don't see what you're seeing. Like today, we're going to just hang out because it's okay, last Tuesday. But if I get a phone call right now and grandma needs help, we're not going to be able to hang out because we have to go help grandma.
Right.
And so, that's a fact, all of it.
Right.
It's all of a fact.
Yeah.
But the thing is, your opinion about the day can change.
It absolutely can change.
And you can have an opinion about, yes, we want to help grandma, but yes, I want to hang out with you. And then the kid's completely like, which one are you going to do? And you're kind of stuck in the middle. And then you start making decisions based on what other things in your life, other kids, other, other calendars of other people, doctors, if you're helping grandma for a health reason. Like you start to move things around. And then that's when the kids are like, wait, no, but you told me this is how it works.
Yes.
And it's like, well, today it's not working that way. And, so that's neither a fact nor opinion, but it's more on the factual end because your schedule is changing. Yeah. And that's usually where the kids get stuck around this age, is they don't understand. And this is where you as a parent have to start explaining things that might seem very clear to you.
Yeah.
Our kids observe things that they know. They don't observe things that they don't know. And that's one of the things we're always trying to teach them is you're observing everything and then you figure out what's important and what you're attending to. And so a lot of times we might think something's obvious and it's not. So it's being able to explain to your child, this is what was happening last week. This is what's happening today. And this is how I feel about it today. So I might love your best friend. But the thing is, now I found out something that your best friend told you.
Yeah.
And now my opinion about that child is I don't want you hanging out with them. Last week it was great. This week, because you received more information.
Yeah.
And so your opinions about things can keep changing. And that rigidity part of ASD, they want everything to stay. So they're going to fight anything that keeps moving, and that's where opinions do keep moving.
If you found anything helpful in this video, please give us a like. In fact, make sure that you smash that subscribe button on YouTube and give us a like on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Instagram for important updates. And please download our free podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you so much. See you next time.